It is 7 o'clock here on Morning Live. A very good morning to you and thank you so much for joining us on this Wednesday morning, the 18th of April 2018. It's good to have you on board. Our top story for the news at 7, bus drivers have embarked on the nationwide strike as from today, forcing commuters to seek alternative transport. The South African Transport and Allied Workers Union, SATAWU, has confirmed that the strike started this morning. Wage negotiations at the South African Road Passenger Bargaining Council have deadlocked. Workers are demanding a 12% salary increase, while the employer is prepared to give them 7%. SATAWU says they're still willing to engage with various bus companies such as Rea Vaya, Golden Arrows and Algua, amongst others. All right, and for more on this strike now, let's cross live to our reporter in New Brighton and Port Elizabeth in the Eastern Cape, Iviwe Poti. Iviwe, a very good morning to you. Talk to us about the current situation. I see there are people behind you, but it looks like things are not so much affected, or commuters are not so much affected by the strike.
Good morning to you too, Palesa. You will remember that here in the Eastern Cape, specifically in Port Elizabeth, we have a big taxi association. Taxis are mainly dominating the roads, but obviously, you know, in areas such as New Brighton, KwaMatlaki, and your suburb areas like Lorraine, Kragagama, etc., where people, you know, choose to use buses, they are being affected. Behind me, I'm just going to move a bit out of shot and ask camera lady Unomhle Diko to show you. Normally, this is the bus route, and not a lot of taxis stop here. All the people that are standing in lines are different queues for the different taxis that will take them to the various areas. Here in Port Elizabeth, we have mainly one bus company running, which is the Algoa bus company, whom have said, you know, they have about 500 drivers that won't be working during the strike period, and that affects about thousands of people, commuters, who normally use these buses throughout the day. So that's scholars as well as people that are working, Palesa. Unfortunately, we've also seen people getting in the back of vans, which is really not safe, and small cars, you know, overloading those cars, and taxis running really fast. And also they are introducing new routes from my hearing this morning. Normally all the taxis from the townships go to town, and from town people take another connecting taxi either to Warmer or Summerstrand. But the routes now, the taxis, you know, are yelling out, you know, straight to Warmer or straight to Summerstrand. So it's going to be a bit of an interesting morning. But we've also checked on the IPTS system, which hasn't been running for long here in the metro. It's been about less than a month that it has been running. There's only 3 routes with the IPTS system. Yesterday, Marlon Daniels, the MMC, you know, running the Roads and Safety Division, he said he wasn't really sure if they would send out the drivers of the IPTS system just in terms of safety, and to ensure that everyone is safe also in the northern areas, because mainly the IPTS for now has been introduced in the northern areas, but we'll be there to cross to you guys later in terms of if the IPTS is running or not.
All right, just before I let you go, commuters, I believe you were able to talk to some of the commuters right there. What are they saying? Because this will surely have some financial implications on them, as we do know that buses are much more cheaper than taxis.
But as the commuters that we've spoken to have alluded to the fact that taking a taxi is going to be more expensive for them, and also because the taxis aren't you know, constrained to time. Normally, you know, your bus will come around at 7:15 and you'll be at work at a specific time. Now they need to leave home earlier to make sure that, you know, they do get a space in a taxi. And as you can see where we are, it's not a proper taxi rank. Taxis come and go all the time, so it's about making sure that you catch a taxi that will be able to get you to work on time, as well as the scholars. And I think also the issue of overload, people are very, you know, strict in terms of their safety, getting to work safely and on time. So apart from the financial implication of taking a taxi will be more expensive, I think also the time issue is a big concern for these commuters.
All right, Iviwe Enkosi kakhulu sisi. For now, we'll catch up with you later on here on Morning Live. Our reporter Iviwe Poti, live from New Brighton in Port Elizabeth. We are indeed tracking this the situation for you across the country.